but we're gonna start with How Deadly is the Flintlock by Grantham. So, yeah, this one, I have always been curious. We've seen it. We've seen it in movies. I don't think I've ever seen a flintlock done in practice. Okay, Road Joker, have a good night. I've never seen one of these utilized in practice, so I am very, very curious how this is gonna go. Yeah, Bactra? Okay, this should be good. Let's check it out. Oh, and Zebasis, thank you for the follow. Welcome.
Fuck you, King George!
Oh, wait a minute. Shit. Hang on. Chat, hang on. I want to do something here. Hang on. I need to do something for this. Hang on 2 seconds, okay? Give me 2 seconds. I promise it's worth it. Okay. This isn't gonna be perfect, chat, but hopefully it'll work. Hang on. Alright. I am soldier at the ready. I think this is fitting. Don't you, chat? Yes. I am at the ready for this video. And, by the way, chat, this is my actual musket that I own. At home. Right now. This is the actual musket that I own. Non-functional, of course. It is an antique. But I think it was most fitting for this video. Let us continue.
The American Revolution was won with rifles just like this. And to be clear, this is a rifle. Now, of course, there were muskets used by the Continental Army, but these farmers, these militiamen, used their hunting rifles like this one right here. It is a simple flintlock rifle. And the question is, they're firing a .54 caliber ball. It's fairly large, wouldn't you say, Charlie?
It's about average size.
That's huge.
It's about average size.
What are we talking about? So what we're going to be doing here today is we're going to be testing out how
Oh God, he's
deadly
got
one
his
of these
fucking
rifles
rake.
truly is. I've heard crazy stories about the crush factor of these rounds, how they do, but you know what? There's only one way to figure that out. Now, of course, before we get started, what do we have to do, Charlie?
We gotta thank the sponsors.
Who is that?
That's Desert Snoring
The
Institute.
Sonoran Desert Institute is the biggest sponsor of the channel. We have to thank them so much.
If this a little bit.
Gunsmithing, they are the people to go to. And of course, we have to thank who, Micah?
Primary Arms for the sickest optics east of the Nile River.
Even I know
What
that
is
doesn't-
east of the Nile River?
Literally everything, because everything wet. Wait. No,
If
no.
it's a circle, if the Earth is a circle, everything is east of the Nile River.
yeah.
They're the best.
Anyhow, Primary Arms, a big
God's
thank you to them.
sake.
And of course, we can't forget to thank Savior Bags. If you are looking for an awesome bag, get them. If you don't want to blend in with anything, what camouflage do you get, Charlie?
I have a brown one. You get black multicam. I got a guitar one. That's not camo. It's just people think it's a guitar.
But now, of course, we're not firing any rounds here, but we have to thank AAC, America's Ammunition Company. More on them later. Swear to God, you're trying to make me look bad right now. Now, to test
There we go.
out this
That's better.
flintlock rifle, we of course are going to be using what, Charlie?
Ballistic Dummy Lab dummies.
And we know that this isn't real.
Still up for debate.
It's not.
It is.
Ooh, what the fuck is that? That's a little private one.
Did you just?
What happened
What is
there?
that? That's a little private
Throat
one.
the rage.
Did you just? Dude.
Well,
Oh my gosh.
the end of an era.
2 sevens in chat for the rake. God bless you. You had a good run, Rake. You've served well. Please, take your rest.
No, we're good.
But we'll be going for headshots.
So I think while this is an accurate representation of what would happen to the body, I think we need to take into account really two main differences between a red coat back then and a red coat today.
Now, of course, we're going to go ahead and we're going to get into it because talk is cheap and ammunition is what, Charlie?
Sponsored by America's Ammunition Company.
Now, what we have here is a gorgeous flintlock rifle built up by Cash Took Raider. So this is in the typical early hunting style of this era. This is a period correct rifle and it is just well made. Now, if you're not familiar with how a flintlock works.
That carried? That's the same one that was carried by Mel Gibson, that soldier.
I mean, like as in he's real?
I know Mel Gibson's real.
No,
I read
he's
about
not.
him.
Mel Gibson's not real.
Mel Gibson is who's on my computer screen then?
I
at
saw
work.
him die in Passion of the Christ.
That he was
No,
not.
that was Vin Diesel.
So this is a muzzle loader, which
Oh my
means that
God.
the powder goes in first, then you have a patch and a ball. And how the weapon is fired is all the powder is down right here. You have this nice little hole that goes directly into where that powder would be. You have a powder put in right there. The flint strikes on the metal, creates a spark, ignites the powder right here, which then
Now, I'm going to point out, chat, that my musket here is not the same as this one. It's not a flintlock like this. This one, I think, is, if memory serves, it's a cap and ball. The hammer on it is a flat hammer, so it would actually strike basically like a small striker on the plate, which would ignite the powder. So it's not, it's a bit later of a model, except mine is not Revolutionary War. It's like Civil War era, not Revolutionary War. So, just so you know. But it is still a musket.
ignites the powder at the bottom of the barrel right here.
It's like a mini cannon. It functions like an actual
It
cannon.
actually does function like a cannon.
You couldn't buy a cannon, and when this
Just
amendment
non-functional
was passed,
weapon. It is not a replica. It is an actual antique. It is real. Yeah, percussion cap. Thank you, True Spectre. I couldn't think of the word. Yes, it's a percussion cap musket, but it is a real musket. It is not a replica. It's just a non-functional antique. I suppose it didn't come from the family. It's not like it was passed down through the family for generations. It was, I think, my grandfather came across it somehow. It was passed down to my father, and then I got to take it. So, was it used in war? I don't know. I honestly have no idea if this was used in wartime or not. But it is sawed off, because you notice the barrel is missing a length of, is missing part of its length. So it was like sawed off. I'm not sure, True Spectre. I've never actually examined it for smoothbore rifle. I'll have to look tonight or tomorrow.
Are you done yet?
Yo, that does
Listen.
not look like 3 shots a minute.
Listen,
Yo, where's Lucas Bach? And let's get his 1R1s on this. That's like a key.
you just want a little below the hole right there.
It's just a little bump.
Boy, is it gonna blow up in your
No, it's gonna be fine. Jeez.
Did you even hit it?
How did Mel Gibson do it from so far away?
Yippee! Oh, wow. That's a hole. Holy shit. Yeah, especially during Civil War time, you did. You are fucking dead.
That did hit it.
Wait, really?
I don't.
Wow. Oh yeah, his spinal column. Oh, there it is.
Oh,
Right
there it is.
Look at that.
Interesting.
Oh, that's just a big old metal ball.
Yeah. Jesus. Right there. Wow. That's some serious ouch. Yeah, the ballistics dummy is done. And yeah, incognito, that was the problem is now the Kentucky rifles though were better for accuracy because they were rifled. I forget if you mentioned if this was a Kentucky rifle or not.
Ball lodging in your
Just,
spine, dude.
There's the
What is that?
Oh, that's the
Black powder is something
fuck.
else, dude. To be clear, this is not a musket. This is a flintlock rifle, which takes a little bit more time to load.
Okay, so it's Kentucky rifle. Wadding,
It's
thank
just
you.
like- it's just-
God, my brain is just all over the place today. Thank you. Yeah, so this is a Kentucky rifle, not a musket.
different, okay?
3 hours later.
Back in the day, they were actually capable of doing it themselves.
I'm gonna shoot a little bit lower. It's a little bit hot over charge here. We're gonna see how it does.
Oh. Holy fuck. Okay, Johnny, have a good night. Look at that. Holy sh... I think that may have cleared it. Wait. Is this the round? I wonder, is this the round breaking up right here? Holy shit. No, it's not? Okay. It might have gone through. I think that's an exit wound right there. Yeah. That's an exit wound. I think this stuff might be... Yeah, it's got... There. Wait, is that the ball? Is that the round right there? It cleared. Holy shit. Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yo, that went straight out, dude.
Check it out. Look.
Hey, look at that.
Wow.
Is it hot?
Yeah.
We'll retry here. We'll up our dosage on our powder.
I say shoot like at the lung,
That-
left.
Yeah, let's try it.
Can we shoot him in the face?
See, I'm just feeling very judged by you
Let me
guys
see
right
the
now.
ball.
You what?
I want to see the ball.
Oh, you want to see the ball?
Yeah.
I have lead poisoning.
Oh, nice balls.
Oh, thank you, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, give me the powder. Okay, we are ready for a lung shot now. Full load on the flintlock rifle.
Oh
All right,
boy.
Ready for the load on it.
Fuck.
The British
Okay. We're just taking this step by step. Round come in. Boom. Holy shit. Look at the shattered ribs. Look at that shit. Holy fuck. Even taking into an account that this is an analog. Yeah, we are accounting for that this is an analog. But the level of power slamming into this is impressive.
The British bleed green blood.
Who would have thought? No, that went straight through, Micah.
And out.
Yeah, look.
Oh.
You were saying that this would not go through. You were incorrect, my friend.
Well, there you go. Full load.
Wow. Oh my god. Yeah, 2 years later and no more head. Holy shit. Fuck. Yeah, well, homie, yeah, that was that's one thing I was gonna say, like, they're struggling with it, but, like, actual trained soldiers of this time period, well, were fast. Now, the Kentucky rifles, they were a bit slower because they were harder to reload. The standard musket was about 3 minutes. An average trained soldier could reload in about 3 minutes on a standard musket. The Kentucky rifles were slower. I think the Kentucky rifles, you probably up it to about 5 minutes I'm not even gonna say trained, because Kentucky rifles typically were in the hands of farmers, so farmers experienced in the use of their Kentucky rifles probably took, I'd say, about 5 minutes would be a fair estimate for an experienced marksman with Kentucky rifle.
That was
Look at that.
violent.
Look at that.
3 rounds per minute? For the muskets? Really? I thought it was around every 3 minutes. Okay, True Spectre. Have a good night. 3 per minute. Okay. Now, okay. One thing excuse me. One thing I'm gonna point out is rifles were 1 knot per minute. This is also taking into account one thing, is if they were not actively trying to find cover, I think that is a consideration. So if it was just standing there, shoot, reload, remantle, shoot, reload, remantle, shoot, and they did not have incoming fire, they didn't need to take cover, that I could believe, because they were able to focus solely on the reloading. I think in a legitimate combat situation, it might not work the same way. You know, yes, the redcoats basically did it right in line and everything like that. That's different. But I think for a legitimate combat situation where it was not just the file line, because I'm thinking, if memory serves, correct me if I'm wrong, it went frontline would fire, stop, would shift to the rear of the formation, begin their reloads, then the front line would fire and repeat the cycle. And that way you could get almost continuous fire in that respect, if I'm remembering the tactics correctly. And yeah, exactly, farmers were hiding behind trees, so they didn't have great positioning to reload properly, perhaps. They could do it fast. Like, I mean, bearing in mind, they could do it fast. They would knee and the rank behind would fire. Okay. I thought the way it worked with that is like the front rank would take a knee and then both the front and the second rank would fire with basically 2 elevations, and then they would fall back to the rear formation, begin their reload process, and then the next 1 or 2 lines in the rank and file would fire, but maybe I'm thinking of a different tactic. But, okay, so 3 rounds a minute for the musket, 1 round per minute for the Kentucky rifle. If there was not a needing for cover, if there was no need to find cover with the guys with Kentucky rifles, they typically weren't in formation. They were usually guerrilla tactics. And if they were in an optimal position where they could maneuver properly. Okay. Xanax, that could be what I'm thinking. If I could be mixing up my tactics.
I got you, buddy.
I guess the question is, at this point, what about when we get a little further back?
Oh, gross.
So to be clear, when you're firing a flintlock, after you drop the trigger, it drops that flint, and it strikes and ignites that powder right here, which then, of course, gets into the barrel itself. So you have like a solid half second. It depends on the powder and how dirty the gun is, but you really got to get your trigger control. All right, 30 meters, flintlock. See how we do. I think I missed that 100%. God damn it.
All right, see you guys in 10 minutes. What is that?
That was the head.
No, that.
Oh, it's a wrench.
Yes, why?
Oh God, what are you
my
gonna
rake
do?
broke. I think this one is better.
I'm gonna brace this shot. Hey,
That time.
there we go.
Whoa, just as impressive. That shattered a rib.
It is
That
a
shattered a rib.
.54 caliber ball, and
Yeah.
like the minute it impacts, it seems to like just flatten out, and like you don't even see that. from a
Any
lot
of these
modern
impacts
rounds.
would kill a man over ribbon.
Pancake.
This one's pregnant.
So now we're gonna step it out to 50. Can you imagine like doing this back in the day, and you're like just measuring out of like a deer antler? And you're like, oh yeah, you know, grains are like falling on the ground as you're pouring it, and you're like, I hope my deer antler is accurate. Now we're gonna make the long shot. Can I do it, or will I spend another minute reloading the rifle?
Please, God, get it right. Like, I really hope you
Oh, that was a hit for sure.
Oh, there it was.
got it.
I got it.
Yes!
Nice. Wow.
Oh, that went through. Yeah.
Wow. Nice fucking hit there.
Oh, that.
That shattered a few ribs. Guaranteed, that shattered a few ribs there. Let's see. Yeah, boom. And the lung. That lung is gone. That lung probably has burst. Honestly, because it went through, that probably went through the lung and burst the lung. You're done. But I do want to point out one thing. This reminded me, the guns that the Tusken Raiders use, I haven't researched this, but I'm almost 100% sure that they were inspired by muskets. For the rifles for the Tusken Raiders, I'm like 100% sure that that the musket is what inspired their weapon. I haven't looked into it, but yeah. Mhm.
Yeah.
It just opens wide. It's like a, yeah, check it out. So
Excellent
Entry.
question, Xanax.
in the middle,
Excellent question. I'm going to say yes. Because while we're seeing a very significant level of penetration, it's not, it's black powder. It's not smokeless powder. And while the round size is large, yes, okay. If we're talking like a level 3 or 4 plate, yes, it would hurt like hell, but it would stop it. Yes. If we are talking about a standard vest that is worn by, say, like police, a standard vest, which is a level 2 trauma plate, I think. I'm trying to remember if with the 3. Okay, 3A is standard trauma plate for police. I think there is a possibility. I don't think it would get through the plate. But if it struck where there was no plate, I think it could go through. I think there's a small possibility it could. A small possibility. I'd be very interested to see if it could get through soft body armor. That would be a very interesting test.
sister in college, and then back to normal almost. It just seals up.
See, sometimes I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
There's
That
really only one more thing to test.
100
Can we do
Oh,
that?
100? Oh, I thought his noggin.
from fucking 50.
You want to
His
do it?
noggin
You
from
wanna shoot
100.
It wouldn't stop it, K-Dog? Is that what you're saying? It would not stop it? Or it would stop it? If you think the soft body armor could stop it, I think it would. There would be
The
like a
appearance and
small.
purpose of the Tuscan weapon is based on the real-world Giselle, long-barreled muskets used by Pashtun tribesmen against British colonial troops.
Oh, okay. So I was kind of right. I'll take it. True. Yeah, true. If it stops a shotgun slug, the soft firearm will stop a shotgun slug. Okay. Then yeah, if it stops a shotgun slug, it would stop a musket round. It would. It would hurt like fucking hell, obviously. But then if it could stop a slug, it'll stop a musket ball.
Noggin at 100?
I don't know if I could get his noggin at 100.
I think you can.
Let's find out. Firing! I saw it move.
Wasn't the noggin, but that's a hell of a shoulder hit. That's a broken clavicle.
Vicious wound. Oh yeah. Look how far that wound channel.
Carved him open, basically.
Look how big. So this is what they used to say
God.
about these rounds, is that they're so large that they just create these crazy wound channels and they just crush bone as they went through.
Jesus.
The ballistics were so much different from what we know today.
Yeah.
I think I could get the head at 50 though.
I
I think that's
I don't
doable.
like his head. I want
Yeah,
Oh,
same.
God.
You can also close contact shot it as well.
Can you, can someone hold this?
blast his face off?
Yeah. Take that, King George.
Oh God. Okay. He dipped. He dipped it right there at the end. He dipped it so it hit right in the neck. But yeah. Head go pop. Yo, fuck. Now, how much is this for a combination of the blast pressure and the musket ball? I have a feeling that the blast pressure did a lot of lifting on this one. Yeah. I suspect the close range blast muzzle pressure did a lot of heavy lifting on this one.
It actually shot his head off.
What did you think it was going to do?
Dude, it's Ghost from Call of Duty. Well, the question was, how deadly is a flintlock rifle? And the answer is incredibly at the right distance. It's not like modern rounds where you have copper plating where the round mostly stays intact and where you get a hollow point where it can kind of open up, but like lead deforming on impact, just as it impacts your body and travels through. Like, as you can see there, like those wound tracks were absolutely devastating. Like, we wouldn't see wound tracks like that except from what if you saw that wound channel and you didn't know it was a flintlock, like what round would you think that would be?
Ooh, probably slug.
Yeah, like a slug or
a shotgun slug.
Oh yeah, huh.
Something big.
Blunderbusts.
You understand why these were used in warfare, because they were incredibly effective. And you also understand why there's a lot of bayonet charges.
Merlin, thank you for the prime. Thank you so much.
Because it takes a very long time to reload.
Can you imagine? It's like that one comedian that I don't remember. It said, can you imagine everyone's rocking these totally Chad rifles, just marching towards, and you're like the guy playing the flute? That'd be whack.
Well, guys, that brings us to the end of how deadly is a flintlock rifle, which is incredibly, and certainly reinforces the point that if you don't get training,
you did.
Yeah,
you did
none of this matters. And if this is the only gun that you have because you've lost your gun rights or whatever,
I fucking hate tyrants.
Then train with it, get good with it. But the question is always brought up. This is all that the founding fathers intended for us to have. The founding fathers weren't retarded. They understood that there would be rapid advances in firearm technology. And in fact, at the time, they're already repeating rifles. So screw you.
Fuck the king.
All right, guys, we got nothing else for you except for dad advice. Dad advice for the day. Don't be reliant on the government. Become self-sufficient, some would say self-governable, and rely on.
I wonder if there were battles where both sides stood there awkwardly until the powder dried from the humidity.
Good question. I don't know. You know what? There may have been. There may very well have been, because a lot of these battles in this era, like, were over the course of days. Some of these battles did last 4 days, so that's entirely possible.
And no one but yourself. It's all up to you.
Yep. They're
Okay, that was awesome. And I finally had I've been looking for a reason. I've been looking for a reason to break out this musket. And I finally found one. I finally found one. And
Remember, using a real musket turned to a PNG has more practical effects than the average Hollywood film today.
thank you, Revan. Oh my.